We're often heading towards burnout when we hustle too hard and too long for worthiness. So I want to talk to you about what is burnout. Ready to go learn how to live healthier, wealthier, and wiser as an artist in showbiz? Hey, I'm Lara Bianca-Pilcher. I'm crazy about helping artists to live out their creative dreams and nurture themselves at the foundation of their creative career. I'm an artist and actor and showbiz educator with over 20 years in the arts and entertainment industry in London, Australia, and now Atlanta, USA. I'm here to show you how to navigate this topsy-turvy world called showbiz, uncover the secrets of success, unlocking the powerful artist you are. I've done a lot. Performed, worked in TV, film, radio, stage, produced, directed, choreographed, acting, singing, voice work, musical theatre, dance company, toured, moved, casting, auditioned, self-tape, teaching, press, critics, branding, marketing, side hustles, and all the hoo-ha, while maintaining a happy marriage with 2 gorgeous kids. And there will only be real talk here, friends. Think of this podcast as a masterclass in helping you build your creative career, while also learning how to holistically navigate the artist's life. This is the Healthy, Wealthy, Wise Artist Podcast. No one's immune to this. Burnout. It's a really hot topic because so many people are burning out, and I live in the States. Y'all in the South. I don't quite say it like they do here, but honestly, I just see it all around me because they work so hard here and they actually have less holidays than a lot of other countries around the world that get 4 weeks a year. Standard is about 2 weeks here. But as artists, as creative, as performers, no one's immune from burnout because we work our little tushies off so hard in order to make it. And I love the saying, I don't want to make it, I just want to make. And the truth is, when we get beneath making it, most of us just want to make. So I'm going to talk about how my experiences of burnout can lead to new purpose if you let it, turning a bad thing into good. Because I am one driven artist. So what happens when you feel burnt out from intense life pressure and spinning too many plates for too long? Was I heading towards burnout when this happened? I was carrying a huge opportunity, producing a musical in London for a major theatre and starring in it, spinning all the plates. I was freaking ambitious. I still am, but not as much. I was so ambitious. This is before I had kids. I wanted to create my own opportunities because that's what we're meant to do as performers and as artists. And this meant working a side hustle, as most actors and artists do, while heading up the show marketing, creative meetings, casting, rehearsal spaces, which is not easy in London because they're expensive and hard to find, and many other responsibilities. And how long can a person operate at this level of productivity? Financial pressure for me was brewing. The production was expensive and risky. And I was putting on a full-size production. I was doing this with a director that I'd hired, musical director, cast, creative team, and an orchestra. And it was no small feat. I felt alive, though. I was driven, and I worked day and night, and so did my hubby. And life, I didn't see it at the time, but it's like a pressure cooker. And you're soaking in it, and it's heating up, and it's exciting. But how long can you run on adrenaline? That's something I've learned a lot about over the years, and we'll do an episode on that because that's important for performers to learn how to navigate. But I remember saying to a friend after the production, I'm finally ready to start a family because, I wanted to reach some certain career goals before I settled down to have kids. I'd fulfilled my dream for my life, putting on this big show in a major theatre in London, and I can finally settle down. However, if you're anything like me, after a dream goal passes, driven humans usually set another dream goal with an even higher achievement bar, and on it goes, the worthiness hustle. After the production season and performance passed, I was elated, then exhausted. We're often heading towards burnout when we hustle too hard and too long for worthiness. So I want to talk to you about what is burnout. Most of us don't even know, but I'm going to explain that for you. Burnout is a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by too much stress over a long period of time. It usually occurs when you feel overwhelmed, emotionally drained, and struggling to meet the constant demands that life can bring. It might be for you that you're working, a side hustle, whatever you're doing as a performer, and that's taking up a lot of your time, and then you're staying up late at night because you've got self-tapes to do or audition prep, or you're auditioning during the day and running off to work straight after, and all of the things that make us incredibly busy. And what's the best thing to do when you kind of feel like you are losing your joy, losing your hope, and maybe thinking, I don't know if I want to perform anymore, and feeling just maybe emotionally attacked in rehearsals, or the critics might be going crazy, all of which I've experienced, negative and positive critics. So what do? Well, the best thing to do, honestly, is stop, rest, and recharge. What it means to stop for an artist is to set a plan for what you must get done and what can wait. And rest is where you try and get support from a friend and explore relaxing activities like meditation, nature walking, movement, and really good amounts of sleep. And then recharge, which looks like maybe not starting a new project right now, waiting, journaling and processing your emotions better, trying not to numb the pain that you're going through, and the exhaustion with bad habits that can actually make you feel worse. Bad habits for all of us can revolve around Netflix drowning, where you just don't get up all day when you've got a day off and just watch TV. It can be bad habits that are destructive, particularly for performers, from eating the wrong foods that don't generate the right amount of energy, all kinds of things. You name it. Staying out too late, getting drunk when you've got shows the next day because you're just not coping. How long should you rest and recharge for? You know what? I've learned something about this, that your smart and amazing body will tell you when you've had enough rest. For me, I know when I've had enough because I start to dream again. I start to think of creative ideas again. And when I'm really flat and burnt out, I have nothing, no creativity, no ideas, no dreaming, and I just can't think of anything. I'm just flat. That flips when you've had enough rest and you just start to buzz with creativity again. So at the end of my season of exhaustion and burnout, and I've had a few of these, over my life, I started reflecting on how I was operating my life. And did I operate out of knowing my value, or was I just hustling for worthiness and spilling my value out as a result? Truthfully, I look back and realize that as a career artist, I have given away so much of myself for free, and many of us do. However, the knowledge that I carry now within me, after 20 years of navigating this career as a performer all over the world, that has cost me massive amounts of money, time, and hard lessons learned. And I'm sure that you relate. What we carry is precious and costly. You carry value, my friend. I have gained a lot of fear about stepping out and saying, hey, I have a voice and it matters. I'm not just a talent that can be spilled out over you. Your voice and talents are costly fragrance that you get to offer into this world. And my voice and the wisdom it carries have cost me. We all need to step up and into the fullness of who we are and not hide. This journey for me was the start of life rebirthing with fresh vision and purpose. And it can for you too, friends. We can pursue our main career or even our main dreams for years. And at times that focus can overshadow the many other gifts that we carry that can be offered into this world, offered through other outlets that bring us a lot of joy. But you can't see that when you're so busy hustling for worthiness and hustling to make it. So I want to say, allow your burnout to turn into rest and reflection. And that reflection could lead to a deeper sense of purpose in your life. But not if you don't take the time to sit back, journal, and actually think about what's going on for you and asking yourself how you're really doing. Your burnout can cause life changes that actually bring you more joy. And I'm with you on the journey, friends. So what I want to ask you to do, if you want to hear more about this topic, head to larabiancapilcher.com. There's a blog post on it. And I want you to get in touch with me. DM me on my socials, Lara Bianca Pilcher, and just let me know how you're doing. I'm cheering you on, friends. And also, if you haven't already got it, there's a freebie on my website, an Artist Values Workbook, which I recommend that you download because that really helps you to find where your priorities are and how to maybe plan your week to avoid hitting burnout or to get through burnout if you are. All right, friends, bye for now. Phew, today's masterclass is done. I love reaching back and saying, I've done this and helping you learn the easy way. If you want more, head to laurabiancapilcher.com for show notes, links, freebies, my blog, coaching and courses, and you can also head to my socials, Laura Bianca Pilcher on Instagram and Facebook. I'm also on Twitter and Pinterest. Thanks again for listening. Please leave a review on Apple Podcasts. That would mean the world to me, and I will give you a shout out. And of course, keep on living the healthy, wealthy, wise artist living towards your dream life. Bye, friends. Hey, on my Facebook, there is a Healthy, Wealthy, Wise Artists group made up of a tribe of artists seeking to live the healthy, wealthy, wise artist life. They ask each other questions and throw around ideas. You can join the Healthy, Wealthy, Wise Artist Community private Facebook group at Laura Bianca Pilcher on Facebook under groups. P.S. Shout out to my hottie hubby, Andrew Pilcher, who does all the editing on this podcast.